Hello everybody. Alright, so in this video we're going to cover the vocabulary words for the Unit 6 Week 5 story. So let's get started. One of the words in this week's selection is create. Say that word with me. Create. When you create something, you make or invent it. For example, the child will create a painting with paints. What could you create with clay? Right, create. And for the definition, right, to make. Okay, another word in this week's selection is dazzling. Say that word with me, dazzling. Something that is dazzling is very bright. For example, the city lights looked dazzling at night. What is something that you think is dazzling? Okay, right, dazzling. And for the definition, right, very bright. Another word in this week's selection is imagination. Say that word with me, imagination. When you use your imagination, you form pictures or ideas in your mind. For example, Bill used his imagination to be a pilot. How have you used your imagination? Okay, right, imagination. And for the definition, right, power to create new ideas. Pictures in a person's mind. Okay, the next word in our selection is seconds. Say that word with me, seconds. Seconds are units for measuring time. For example, it took just a few seconds to run across the gym. How many seconds does it take to do 20 jumping jacks? Okay, right, seconds. And for the definition, right, unit for measuring time. Okay, the next word in our selection refers to the poetry terms in this week's story, or this week's poems, and that's beats. Say that word with me, beats. Okay, beats in a poem are the syllables that make rhythm in a line of poetry. Okay, so for instance, on a dreary rainy day, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 syllables. And so those would be the beats in this poem. Okay, and it helps make rhythm. Okay, the next word in our selection is metaphor. Say that word with me, metaphor. Okay, a metaphor is a comparison of two unlike things without using like or as. For example, if I was comparing myself to a swan, I am a swan. Here, in this box of crayons poem, a box of crayons is the sun on a dreary, rainy day. So the box of crayons is being compared to the sun. It doesn't use the words like or as in its comparison. The next word is message. What is the poet or author's message? Say that with me, message. So a message is something the poet or author wants you to take away from the poem or story. You think of it almost as, what are they trying to teach you? Okay, and the last idea is the idea of repeated lines. Repeated lines in a poem are lines that appear twice. Okay. Alright, so that's it for Unit 6, Week 5. And that is the last of the vocabulary for the second grade Wonders curriculum. So I won't see you next week, but I will see you in third grade vocabulary. So until then, I'll see you soon.